Yo, it's your boy Aaron, we're back on our video, and today we are going to be reacting to Duke Dennis before he became famous, man. You know, probably a normal guy, and we're gonna see. Let's go.
Be off around the corner right there.
Before becoming one of the most popular American YouTubers and personalities on the internet, well, gamer Duke Dennis, he was born Dontavius Tony Dennis on February 26, 1994 in Greenville, South Carolina. Now, growing up with two brothers, well, Duke, he was primarily raised by a single mother, and in his teenage years, well, he excelled at playing football for his high school team. Even if the rest of the team, well, they really weren't all that hot. Now, Duke was a member of his school's team during his junior and senior years, and the reason he even joined the team in the first place, well, it stems from an incident that happened the year prior during gym class. Now, he and his schoolmates, they were playing flag football for the first time ever, and some of the kids who were already members of the football team, well, they were all part of the festivities. But much to their surprise, Duke, he absolutely lit up the field. Now, word eventually got back to the school's football coach, who then recruited Duke relentlessly for the rest of the school year. And even though Duke's family, they couldn't afford the necessary equipment for him to play the sport, well, the coach decided to set Duke up with everything he could possibly need. But remember how bad I said this was? Well, Duke, he doesn't even remember winning one single game during his first season with the team. Now, during his next season, though, well, Duke became the hub of the offense, and they actually wound up winning a game or two. But it's not like Duke's destiny laid in football, because it definitely did not. Now, he was apparently offered a couple scholarships from community colleges to continue on with the sport, but instead of doing so, well, Duke Dennis, he decided to join the military. Now, Duke, he enlisted in the Army straight out of high school with a friend of his in order to escape his relatively small hometown. Now, after a hellacious boot camp, well, he was stationed out in Germany, where he'd spend the next 4 years of his life, well, mainly taking on a series of administrative tasks. Now, whenever he reflects on this monumental moment in his life, well, Duke considers it to be one of the worst decisions he ever made, and this epiphany, well, it hit him almost as soon as he stepped into military transport for the very first time.
And I want to say that it was one of the worst experiences of my life, bro. I never go back.
Living in Germany, well, Duke, he was discouraged, he was desolate, and he was alone. Now, he wound up spending most of his time in his barracks, and he absolutely hated always being told what to do. Now, desperate to get himself out of this situation, well, Duke contemplated doing something as silly as smoking weed to earn himself a discharge, but after talking with his sergeant, he decided to finish out his contract, which ended in 2017. Now,
Oh, look at this, bro. My man's just sitting on like a very, 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 very expensive car, bro. This guy actually has money
his exit from the U.S. military, well, Duke changed his focus to something he was truly passionate about, which turns out to be gaming. Now, right before heading off to basic training, well, Duke Dennis, he joined YouTube for the first time in 2013 with the creation of his channel, Duke Dennis Gaming. He did not, however, begin posting regular content until around 2016, right before his eventual escape from the Army. Now, at first, much of Duke's content involved him playing NBA 2K and putting trash talkers in their place. Now, in an unlikely turn of events, well, these first few uploads, well, they began going viral, and they incurred thousands of views each, bringing his channel some much needed attention. Now, that's when Duke came up with this genius idea to create a video that combined his in-life real sport talents, not to mention sense of humor, with his video game skills, dreaming up a video titled My Park in Real Life Part 2. With only 4 videos to his name at the time, well, Duke, he doubled down on this idea of injecting his real life personality into the proceedings from that point forward, and he would see his channel undergo exponential growth as a result, jumping from around 5-figure subscriber count to 6 in just 1 year. Now, along the way, well, Duke, he met a bunch of dudes who would quickly become—
that means, hold on, that means we're doing like 10K to like 100. Wow.
Some of his very best friends. I'm talking, of course, about the other members of AMP, otherwise known as Any Means Possible. Now, this is a content collection that were created in 2019 by Agent 00 and would come to include—
oh my days, Agent, what's going on? Oh,
other members like Chris Nextdoor, I'm Davis, Venuma, Kai Sennett, and Duke Dennis himself. Now, this increase in exposure, it would lead to crossover success between the collective members, and in 2020, well, Duke's YouTube channel, it would cross the mark from a little over 600,000 subs at the beginning of the year to surpass the 1 million mark by April of that year. Now, since then, Duke, he has only expanded his reach all the more. Now, today, he's got over 177 million views on his primary channel, and he's also also branched out by creating 2 supplementary channels, Duke Dennis, which he founded in April of 2020, as well as Duke Dennis Live. Now, he created this the following year. Now, together, those 2 channels, they account for another 2 million subscribers, as well as almost 150 million views. Now, being as focused as he is, well, Duke, he also has a Twitch channel with over 1 million followers, many of whom regularly send him donations during his lengthy live streams, whether he's gaming or simply chatting it up with his fans. And if all of that wasn't enough to keep him busy, well, he also launched his own clothing line in recent months called D-Block. Now, this features specifically designed hoodies, tank tops, t-shirts, and decals from his, his biggest supporters can wear his merch. Since crossing the 1 million mark threshold in 2020 on his primary gaming channel, well, Duke Dennis has continued to produce NBA 2K streams every few months. But the vast majority of his time is spent shooting in real life content that often winds up on his Dennis Duke Live channel. In fact, it's over on that channel where Dennis Duke, well, he's documented one of his biggest accomplishments to date by somehow managing to pull up hip-hop superstar Cali. Yeah, that's right. And we recently did Her Before They Are Famous. The force is strong with this one. Now, it is even possible that Duke Dennis, well, he's been thirsting after Cali for so long that it just evolved into a recurring bit that his fans love to theorize about. Now, even Cali has hinted at his obsession over on social media in late 2022 by posting about how much Duke was into her. But in recent days, well, Duke, he uploaded a video to his live YouTube channel in which he finally interviews Cali one-on-one. The thing is, going by the context that the video it provides, it sure as heck looks like these two, well, they're just meeting for the very first time. Now, in the title of that video, well, Duke, he is capitalized on the perceived notion that these two have been dating by referring to Cali as his ex. Now, again, whether this is just like a game or something, but whatever way they're doing it, it's getting Duke a lot of clicks. But there are also videos of the two of them circulating on TikToks from the middle of 2022, which makes pinning down the timeline of the relationship, well, about as hard as solving a Rubik's Cube. I can't really figure out what's going on. Now, if all of this is just for clout, well, I honestly can't do anything but give Duke props, because his gamble has certainly paid off. Now, in just 3 days, the video he uploaded alongside Cali, well, it's already earned over 1 million views, which is more than double what the majority of his other uploads have pulled in during the past month. Now, surprised to find out that Duke Dennis might be exaggerating his relationship with a hip-hop superstar? Well, that probably won't surprise you as much as the next part, because while I was researching Duke's life, well, I discovered this tale from just after his military days. It turns out that once he was a free man, well, Duke, he moved back in with his mother, but because of an associate she had made around the same time, well, the family was forced to flee a trailer park to avoid being targeted by some ruthless individuals. That's right. Now, this is important to note because with only 2 bedrooms in the trailer, well, Duke, he used to have to use his original gaming setup for his YouTube channel in his brother's room, who would more often than not, well, he would wind up sleeping on the couch. Now, during this period of time in Duke's life, well, his YouTube channel blew up, and do you want to know what he spent his first $4,000 YouTube check on? Well, he spent it on his family. Taking care of his brother and his mother before himself just goes to show you that from the very beginning, W Duke Dennis,
W character development right there. That's W Duke Dennis. That's W looking after your family.
He had his priorities straight, which at the end of the day, well, is probably why he's as successful as he is today as one of YouTube's most popular content creators. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up this episode of Before They Are Famous, but I do have a question for you guys. What's the biggest mistake you made as a young adult which you wish you could go back and change today?
Oh, my biggest mistake as a young adult myself is not starting YouTube earlier. I started YouTube when I was 8 years old, and then I stopped, and then I had to start again a year ago, and yeah. But my older brother also started YouTube. Long story, but yeah.
Let me know yours in the comments down below. And we like to tag on a previous upload to the end of our new uploads. So I guess it's Kai Sennett for this one. I know he reacted to the thumbnail. Enjoy it. I'll see you guys in another video.
Alright guys, so that's the end of the reaction video. Shout out to Before They Are Famous for the amazing video. Honestly, Duke Dennis is a GOAT. He's a GOAT. I'm not gonna lie to you. He genuinely is a GOAT. But yeah guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.